हो गया साहब, हो गया. Thank you very much. Thank you. Good morning, सबको मेरा नमस्कार. This is International Master and FIDE Senior Trainer Sekhar Sahu welcomes you on behalf of Sports Authority of Gujarat and Gujarat State Chess Center to this intermediate training session. Basically, I apologize for the delay which is caused because of internet problem. Net did not start only some problem, but anyway, with the help of the expert, I have sorted out. Now we will do it, no problem. So this particular position is white to play and win. Hello Bashal Parik, Ramakrishna. Hello Subankar, Parvat Thakkar, and Parth Kuntal Rawal. Welcome. Now the position is, I am giving you some position based on opposition actually. In king pawn endgame, there are three things: opposition, obstruction, and triangulation. And then the placement of king, the pawn race, these are there, and queen pawn ending may come. So mainly opposition, obstruction, triangulation. Triangulation comes rarely, but opposition is very frequent and obstruction is frequent. This position white to play and win. Find out about it. Any suggestion? This is based on opposition. You need to answer quickly. I don't know whether you are able to see because internet was not working. The taskbar was problem. Yeah, correct move. KB7. And now the black is in Zugzwang because the king will go to C6 and now in this case king will go to C8. Zugzwang. So I think he beats. Actually, this is wrong. By printing, this is a printing error. I mean, data error. The king should be opposition diagonal. The right move was king c8. It doesn't matter. Now this is winning. King. Now it is very important that you have to play carefully. What to do now? It is important that we need to be very careful in such endings. A careless move can be throw away the win. Now king waiting. And now don't take a pawn. It is important that you be patient. Now you wait. Now if you take a pawn, it's a draw. Or if you take the a pawn also, it is a draw. So you need to wait. Where black goes, you take that side. Now you go here, I will take the pawn. Or you go to h file, I will take the h pawn. So end game patience is required. Okay, I will go to the next one. A similar situation, but with a little difference, that the kings are far away from each other. This is also based on opposition. This is also based on opposition. And it is distant opposition. The last diagram was very clear, so you could maintain. But now you have to break the opposition up and win the opposition. Yeah, yeah, same thing. Now you maintain a distant opposition. Like this is opposition, this is opposition, this is opposition. So just maintain the opposition. Or you go to other square. This square is okay, this is also okay. So now I break the opposition. And now this is opposition. Opposition. Array, opposition. Array, what is happening here? Opposition. Opposition. Waiting for him. Now if you go to this square, he will come. Or you go to this square, he will come and maintain the opposition. And win. Don't go to the square. This is wrong now. If you go, he will play king f7 or king h7. Not king f7, king h7. Here, now, it is bad move because this square is not available for black. This square is not available. So he should not go here and lose the opposition, but he will maintain opposition. That is why you go to a square, he cannot maintain opposition. Zugzwang. Now it is a Zugzwang. So it is important. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I will do that. At the moment, it is okay. At the moment, at least major part of the moves, you can see I have taken the camera to a corner. I will sort out this later. I will sort out this. Okay. Thank you, Birabhadra, for the video. Okay, next. This is again tricky. It is all on calculation, arithmetical. I mean, white has a some tempo black. Now black to play, white to play makes the result different. White to play, what should white do now? The king are opposing each other. So it is only about the queen side pawns. So white should play a4. Now if you play some a5, I am going to play h5 and then black is in zugzwang. If you play a5, I will play h5 or you play a6, I will play a5. In case I will play pawn into a5 and now again zugzwang. Winning the opposition, very important. And now I am in time. I am in time to come here. So now king here just in time. Now four moves I am queening. Okay. On push I will come king here. I want to drag the king to the diagonal. I want to drag the king to the diagonal. Or if he comes here, there is a problem. Then he will come in the square. He will come in the square. I will queen. He will queen and he will lose the queen. Square. That means if you come here, I will take a tempo. Tempo. Push, push, push. Queen check and wins. I guess this should win because the king is closer. So it should be able to win the game. Okay. What is this? Hello. Opposition and distant opposition. And Zugzwang. No, I have to not. I have not shown the full diagram correctly. You have to see the correct move. So he plays a4. No, no. So he plays a4 and now pawn into pawn. Now king. This is bad move. You should have played a5. a5 is winning. King Zugzwang. No, it's not winning. It's a draw only. Draw. Now the whole point is he will go for the pawn. The king will go for the pawn. In the meanwhile, white will take the pawn and white is the right diagonal to come here. For example, how many moves he will take? The black king will take in 5 moves, and 5 moves I will take in 3, and I am there. So he cannot stop. For example, let's make a demonstration. Okay. Now let's make a demonstration. Now he is in time to come to the magic square. Draw. Enough. So it is important to understand this rook pawn rule of square, and in case of rook pawn you go to these squares. In case of a pawn, these squares. In case of a h pawn, these squares. The defender reaches the squares, it's a draw. So he is able to reach. Okay, so he made a mistake here. Now in the game he made a mistake. Bad move. Now a5 is winning. Because it's loss of time. Now the king is straight away taking, and you have to deal with the pass pawn. So king is not free, and it is too slow. So there are mistakes, counter mistakes. After a4, pawn into pawn, simply king pawn push, it is a draw. I want you to participate, because if I only tell, it is like reading a book. You have to interact with me. Okay, I want you to find out what should white do now. White has an advantage. How should white play? Yeah. What is the plus point? Number one, the pawn advance pass pawn and king is good. Number two, these two pawns can come here, here, and then this outside pass pawn. This is one plus point for white, creating an outside pass pawn, and already the king side also he has an advantage. Black king is in a bad shape, so you should work on this. Hello, good morning, Niranjan, Navalgund. So this you have to take advantage of this situation. That means the correct move is to play h4. Capablanca said Capablanca in his book Fundamentals, it is said that push the pawn which there is who is in front of which there should be no pawn. Now, if you play some g4, he will play g5. It is bad move. After g4, g5, it is bad. So h4 is correct. With the idea, next move I will create outside pass pawn. And in case he plays f6, g3, Zugzwang, this will come no, no, f4, f4, f4. And in case he plays f5, now here, in case he plays f5, then no pawn move. Now the king must move and lose the pawn. So he cannot play. And now he plays pawn push, and should win the game. Because white king is in a position, rule of square. White king ideally placed to watch the pawns. This is taking care of both pawns. For example, if you push the pawn, white has time to come here and take it. And still watch the pawn. For example, you push here, I will come. You push here, I will take. He is in the square. So, white king is very much in the square to watch both the pawns. Whereas black is out of row. This is far away and this is far away. So, black king cannot control both pawns. White is in control. It is winning. Now, if you come here, other pawn will start. And it is not working. This is not working. I can catch and take it. Okay. So, two distant pass pawns. So, this makes all the difference. Okay. This position is a bit tricky also. It is black to play. The point is, now one has to know the method of playing. The method of playing is, now it is okay, I give you some time. Don't tell me the move. What is the method of playing for black? Black is in a winning position actually. But how you should plan? I give you time, 2 minutes time. I want to know what is the method black should apply here. I have done all this, not exact this position, but similar positions I have done in the past, in my lectures. It is not opposition basically. It is that this king will go for the pawn. The king should come like this, and now this, and go after the pawn. After the pawn. The king should come from the rear. By that time you capture, I will force him to capture. It is not about opposition, it is about obstruction. Obstruction. Now I will obstruct. Now you have to come. Okay, you cannot allow me. Now in this case, when you come here, you will take opposition and penetrate. And when you come here, you will penetrate. Now if you come king, then he will play king and zugzwang. Then penetration. Then penetration here. Idea, when you go for this and take, he will also play this and go for the pawn. And now this is too bad. In this case, now you are far behind. In this case, maybe I will go for the, because now I am faster here. So it is important that he plays the game. He continued like this. No, I have made overwrite. I think I have made overwritten. Enter. Now, if you go king c4, king c2 wins. King c2 wins. And if you go king d3, I will go and attack. You have to allow the king entry now. Zugzwang. So the method is to attack the pawn from the rear. In case if you do not do this, if you go some king b4, it is not winning. You go some here, it is not winning plan. You need to enter the king from the rear. Okay. Actually, these are not absolute theoretical positions, but the motive basically. Now, white to play, white has an advantage. White should win the game. How? What is the advantage of white? I want some participation. White's advantage is the pass pawns are self-supported. They will self-support. They are able to self-support. The point is now the pawn push. Now neither he can capture, neither he can approach the pawn. They are self-supporting each other indirectly. Now the position after the move, the correct move, he comes because he cannot back king is Zugzwang. By that time you come here, white will play this pawn push. White will play c4 and then come here. So you cannot go approach the pawn. Good move. Now the point is, even though with two pass pawns, it is not easy. Two pass pawns are there, but this, I mean, the king is in a position to take care of the blockade. However, accuracy is required. A critical moment. What should white do now? What should white do? A critical moment. A wrong move will throw away everything. Result will change. Right move. The correct move. You should not allow the king entry. You should not allow the king entry. It is important to restrict the king. Careless move. If you play KD1, everything is bad. Now it is winning for black. So one careless move. So restrict. Now he will enter. So start pushing. This is enough. Okay. And now if you come, I will start pushing the pawn. You come here, now I will push. You come here, I will push. You come here, I will push. So you cannot return. And you come, pawn push, you come here, then push. Now this is too slow now. He has to make two moves. He has to make two moves. By that time I'm queening. Maybe here only. Maybe here only I should play. Okay. In this case, I'm going to play king. Otherwise, they will come and checkmate. So I have to come here. And in this case, so here this is winning. Okay. This is very easy. You need to make a pawn breakthrough. The position black has an advantage because his pawns are advanced. So by giving a pawn sacrifice, pawn breakthrough, he wins the game. This is elementary, but I have kept the position for, I mean, more less experienced players, novice. Now the pawn break wins. F4 break will win. In case you take pawn into pawn, and now he will play this and make the break. And in case you take this pawn, then h5, h4 will win. So he will come king. But in this case, this move wins. Because king takes pawn is met by f3. Now king takes pawn. Now it is a mistake to play this. This would be a blunder. He will take the h pawn and king f3 will come. So this is a careless move. So you have to block the path. You have to block the path of the king. He wants to come. So pawn push and wins. It is possible. Here also a player can blunder. Pawn into pawn. Now pawn into pawn. King catches the pawn. No win. So it is important that you play. No, no, no. You play this one. What is this? So here you play f3, forcing him, and now this is. The king is unable to come. All right. This is easy. However, actually, many times players play casually. This, in my opinion, is not so easy. Very difficult position. What should white do? First of all, you evaluate the position. Is it a draw or can somebody win? First of all, you evaluate, is this position a draw or is this position is winning for somebody? White has 4-3 majority on the king side and black has a pass pawn on the a file. So what should white do? Very strange position. When I was selecting, I found this is very strange and amusing. Okay, white can win, but what should white do? What should white do now? What should you do? KB2. Actually, everything changes. Now, normally, white can king, the king can come to either A2 or B2. This is the correct move. Now, king A2, mechanically it is bad. What a difference! It looks like it is all the same. King B2, king A2 looks like, but this is bad. This is bad move. Looks same thing, but here he will come king. The point is now the G5 is not working. King should be ready to attack. Your pawn break will come only when the king is here. So he will prepare big, stopping the break. Now black is threatening a pawn break. So and then he will attack the pawn and then come here to create a pass pawn. Two pass pawns will be there. So you must stop that. Now king. Just in time. Black is winning now. White is unable to create a pass pawn. But Everything changes. Correct move king b2. Congratulations Suvankar for finding the correct move. After kb2, the same thing will not work. Now if you play kb7, I will play g4. The point is that white king is very much control of the pawn. Now if you play now g5, I will push and create my own pass pawns. The king will enter. King d4, king d5. I'm still in watch of a pawn. Now it is a mating net. I will create a mating net. And now, just in time, king. By the time you queen, pawn check, second queen. So it is resourceful. Everything changes. King a2 will lose the game. King b2 will equalize. It is very important at the beginning. On general principle, you play towards center, it is not the thing. Now, if you play a2, it is bad and losing the game. You are away from the center. So this is the correct decision. Now g4. No, no, no. I think he is in control. Now, if you play g4, I will play taking the pawn, winning. Okay, this is also equal. All right. So the whole position is very interesting. Everything changes. The players are not important here. King a2 bad move and kb2 is on equalizing. All right. I will go to the next one. Amazing positions. Now the pass pawn looks very far away. They're running away. But still you can manage. How should white play? You are out of the square and the king is very much in the square of the pawns. These two pawns, where is this? I would say it like this. The king is in square. So in the first glance, अभी देखा तो लगेगा कि black is winning the game because the a pawn is out of range, but it is not a win. It is a draw. How? Hello, Adi Jain. When you see at first glance, it looks like it is a win because the king is unable to stop. King is unable to stop the a pawn. And if you push the pawn, the king is coming. But it is a draw. Rich with resources. Please calculate and tell me whether white can save the game. If save, how? What is the resource of white to save the game? Please participate. How should you save the game? This is the correct move. You have to hurry up now. You have to hurry up. Now the point is, if you push this pawns, he will catch. Now the point is, if you push the pawn, he will catch the pawn. Or you push the pawn also, he will catch king f8. So this is the resources. Now push. Black wants to move the king now. He has to move the king, otherwise the pawn will queen. Only move. Okay, you can go to f8, but in this case, king will come, and now king will come. Idea pawn d7, only move. Now check, and then king and getting checkmated. So it is important. Now if you push the pawn, king is the move. Push, king move f7, only move. Now king, this is there is no entry. You give this pawn push, this is king f7 will come. King f7 or pawn push, blockade and winning. So this is the one, penetration. Check, and now queen check and king. Amazing coordination of the king and pawns. It's a draw. Now there is a pass pawn, but now the pawns are also vulnerable. This is the correct way. King. Now queen will challenge. I want to play queen into g7 and draw. So this is very easy. When queens are there, a player can easily calculate. The point is, this is the move. This is the correct move. And now again, this is the correct move. Only then draw is possible. Again, black has to play correctly. Otherwise, mated. King f8 is losing. Correct move. Check and now penetrate. Okay. Black to play. Black has an advantage. Black king is more aggressive. Black king is very active compared to white king. Compared to white king, he is more aggressive, and also he has got more space, so it should win. How should black play for a win now? You want me to flip the board? I will flip the board. ओ, ये क्या हो गया? ओके, आपको सेटिंग में जाना है मुझे. Black to play and win. You need to see the typical motive. How does black win the game? Think. No, 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 no. No, not correct. Please think again. Reserve, try again. There is a good theme. Black to play and win. Very good motive. Very good method. Not correct. Not correct. C6 is not correct. The point is, the black king should approach this pawns. That's all. And you cannot come. You have to make the pawn break. You have to sacrifice one pawn temporarily. The correct move is this, forcing him to take, then give the pawn. Now Don't take the pawn. Play d3. This is the motive. The king will approach now. The king will approach, and winning the pawns. Not c5, not c5. This is the forced. Now, if you play a5, I will block it. I will. This is the threat now. So this is the threat. So I will block it. Winning the game. So only move, but then not capture the pawn. Capture the pawn, draw. So this is the move. There are threat. This is a threat, and this is a threat. So you have to take. Now you have to take. Okay, don't take. And next move I will take and capture. Now pawn into pawn. King will wipe all the pawns. And in the case of king, I will take and approach the pawns. C5 is not good. Okay, what you want to say? You want to play C5. I will take the pawn. What you mean C6? Your mouse slip. It is a mouse slip. Ramakrishna want to play C6, but in this case, black will play. White will play maybe king here. Everything will change. Everything changes now. So you just play pawn push, forcing, and now pawn push, forcing king. Now king takes pawn should win the game. Okay, you play pawn push, then I give a check and I will enter and winning. Okay, so this is the plan. Okay, next. Some puzzles. White to play and win. You need to spot weak points, targets. Weak point in the black camp. Who is this? हाँ मिस्टर राजा. हाँ, आपने तो लिखा था पेपर में और मैं आपको व्हाट्सअप किया है. वो हाँ, आपने लिखा था बायर सेलर का नाम. नहीं नहीं, नो नो प्रॉब्लम. वो लिख दीजिए, मैं आता हूँ 11:30 बजे. ओके ओके ओके. आई एम सॉरी. The point is your black is in a very much traffic jam, bad situation. You need to spot the weak point. Yes, Rishabh Manot, because this is the weak point. This is the weak point. Rook into knight. Correct me. Takes, and now this. Suddenly the black queen is in a mess. Now here only one square. Queen e5. But then you block. Once again there is a threat. There is no way he can escape. So if you play bf8, this is winning. Idea bishop d4. So you have to go bishop to f8. Winning the game. With the idea, the rook is coming and pawn f6 will pick up the rook. Now this is a threat to pick up the rook also. So many weak points. It's all over. अरे exchange देने से मैं नहीं लेगा. I won't take. This is gone. So you have to notice the weak point in the camp, the queen. The queen is a weak point. Rook into knight wins the queen. I mean, puts the queen into bad situation. White to play and win. आवाज को क्या हो गया देखता हूं मैं कि आवाज बराबर है कि नहीं बराबर ही नहीं yes it is you have to calculate properly knight into f7 you need to see your calculation queen g6 will come the point is knight into pawn is correct move but it is on instinct what are you doing for the move queen attack on the knight you have to calculate now what have you calculated reserve bishop c4 can be met with d5 bishop c4 have you calculated d5 when you play bishop c4 he will play d5 have you worked out it good move who says that good move this is what who says dharma tirtha parmar tirtha parmar good move this move is not correct because d5 will come are d5 will come so the correct move knight into and now rook into queen knight into now bishop check is leading to mating attack now bishop into knight suppose you play bishop c4 check leads to mating attack rook into not bishop into rook into takes bishop into bishop check and rook f8 mate. So knight into is correct move and now rook into queen, rook into and now pawn push. I will pick up enough material for the queen. Three pieces for the queen. Okay. Yeah. Bishop c4. You are right. Virabhadra noticing the threat on the king. So nf7 you have to calculate this knight into rook. Before taking queen g6 you have to calculate knight into rook is winning. White to play and win. Basically, this is a method, motive. This is simple. A motive is winning. Okay, okay. Tirtha, not Tirtha. There is another student, Tirtha. I'm getting confused always. So it is tirth. I am getting confused because one student tirtha is there, but she comes off sometimes. Anyway, no problem. I'll keep in mind. How should white play and win? आज इंटरनेट बराबर नहीं है. You can see the weak points in the black camp. Yes, Birabhadra Singh. Correct. Look into d5. Look into d5. Pawn into is just losing after queen check and now pawn push will finish. Queen check and now pawn push. I mean, the king castle position will crush. Hopeless position. So you have to take with the queen. Anyway, queen check, winning. Now the point is the player will be very uncomfortable because back rank, but you have a guard here. You have a guard. And there is the mate. All the time the queen is tied down towards the square. Queen is tied down towards the square. And this pawn also rejoinder. Slowly it will make inroad. Slowly it will make inroad. So no problem. There is no time for queen. There is no time to do any counter attack. With the idea, he wants to join the rook now into the game. Too late. You better defend. You better defend. So only move. That means now the rook is passive and the queen is passive towards the square. The king in danger and the knight is doing a job at least for 2-3 moves. So now the winning plan, you have to find a winning plan now. This is important. Now you have to make use of every little piece in the board. You need to work out with all your forces, all your pieces. I, I, I think this is, I gave a broad hint. White has nothing more than this pawn push. The idea is to push the pawn, then push the pawn, and the threat will come. Pawn to d7, and then b8 threat, rook a8 threat. So you cannot do anything. So pawn push. Idea he wants to escape with the king. Pawn push. But now There is an excess. The king wants to run away, and there is a threat here. But check. This is the point. This is the beauty of the diagram. Now, if you make queen, it is not working. White black is winning. You make queen, it is bad. The beauty is decoy the queen. Survive today, fight tomorrow. आज जिंदा रहेगा तो कल फाइट करेगा, तो विन करेगा तो मेट हो जाएगा. It will checkmate. So this is the one, divert the queen. Now giving the queen free. Beautiful move. This is a beautiful move. Okay, and now after the move it is winning. So it is actually, the whole point is combination. What I like is that all this is forced, then making use of all your resources. And now this is the one that it is looking bad because queen is losing, rook check is not working. But lovely move. Survive today. Actually, I see all the dialects from movies only. All the dialects from movies. Survive today, fight tomorrow. Forced, and now over. Winning. All one rook check will not work. All this thing will no perpetual. It will not perpetual. Suppose you, no, there is perpetual. No perpetual. And this is also another good move. Another good move. Now rook into knight check. There will no perpetual. No perpetual. You give a check here. Here, king. Now check king. And now check king. No check position. No good check position. There is a check, but it is of no use. So this check does not work. And if you give other check also, I come here. And now h5. Anyway made. Forced check. Forced. Gone. Queen and pawn ending is winning. Queen and pawn ending is winning. Winning. Very hard one. I mean, this position is not that easy. Especially the move queen d8 check. Okay. The other moves were much easier. One can imagine, but this check is lovely. And also he plays here rook. Idea, I will queen. Buffer. The rook is a buffer now. Hmm. Okay. Why to play and win? 5 pieces are against the black king. The knight is waiting to sack. So what should you do? ये तो पावर कभी भी बंद हो जाएगा. हैं? चालू करो. No, sacrifice on g6. Sacrifice on g6. Sacrifice. Not Tirth Parmar, not ND7. Pawn into, queen into. Now queen f8 is only answer. You have to play queen f8. Now rook e1. Suppose you play rook into rook first. It will not help. After rook into rook, now queen, he will play rook. It's all over. So you cannot play rook into. You have to go queen f8. And now is again a important thing. How do we win the game? Very simple. Create a target. Rook into rook and b7 to g7. The queen is overloaded. Now rook into rook. And now the queen is overloaded. to this both these points. So bishop into winning. I will win the bishop with check, check. I will win the bishop check, check, and now discover check, lost. Now queen e7 loses to bishop check. Discover check, I will win the bishop. And now if you blow queen to bishop to f7, bishop check wins. Only move, queen check, only move, and winning the game with the exchange of. This was rather easy, it is not difficult. This was rather overloading thing, not difficult. White to play and win. This is a hard one. The point is, these combinations, these puzzles are not only puzzles, they also link to strategy. I mean, you are getting a winning position. The whole point is, this is not like finish. So, they are linked strategy and tactics together hand in hand. I am giving you a position where your strategy also is required. What is the main strategy? White to play and win. The material is equal, but white has a much clear advantage because I will let you think. I will discuss later. Giving you 3 minutes time. Very important strategic thing. I hope you have come to a conclusion. The main difference, white advantage is king. This king is compared to. So I am coming faster here, faster. But first a tactics, then the strategy. So first tactics, then the strategy. What is the tactical motive now? What is the tactical motive? अरे भाई आपका रूक है किंग के सामने ये जो है सो रुक इनटू नाइट रुक इनटू बिशप ओपन द लाइन रुक इनटू बिशप ultimately you are not winning material but winning a very good strategic endgame. Now I can take knight into rook, knight into rook. He has to bring the rook to support. Now e4 is losing, e4 will just win. This is the point. This is the point. Now king is coming closer, so he has to bring, no, he has to bring rook, right? Rook. But in this case the bishop blocks and then I will bring the rook to f line and win. And if you play rook here, then I will play king and winning the game. So the advantage is the material is equal but superior king position, transposing into a winning king pawn ending. I mean, tactical motive for strategic goal. So rook into bishop and then exchange the knight into rook, bad king, and your active king will win the game. I mean, if a player has seen Kasparov, Sasnikov, he exchanged the rook to force a king pawn endgame. So in middle game, we have to see these things are very simple for players like Smyslov, Petrosian. They see it very quickly. or Carpo. Okay, white to play. Last move, he has played the move pawn push. Last move, Ina Gopanenko is no, somebody is some Kurajika is black. Now black played this move. Idea, you take queen into pawn, the queen will trap. So you retreat pawn into pawn, then there is d5 I will take. So what are you going to do now? White. It, it reminds me of one my game. Once I was playing a Sangli tournament and my opponent was a veteran player from South. So he made a move, and if I take the pawn, my queen is trapped. If I take the pawn, my queen is trapped. So I took the pawn. My opponent was so happy that he went to the his friend's board and dragged him. He forced him with his hand. Come and see, I am winning. Upon my opponent's queen is trapped. But actually, I gave the queen to win the game. The same thing here. The queen takes pawn. The white queen will be trapped, but you will win the game. The point is, after queen takes pawn, the white queen is trapped because he will take the knight two times and rook b6. After you take the pawn, he will capture here two times and then queen trap. I remember my game. My opponent was actually a veteran, good player. Is L.K. Ramachandran from Chennai, I think he was. So this is same thing here. Queen trap, no problem. Knight into, now bishop into rook. This is a bad position for black. The reason is agreed he is winning queen, but and he has rook and two pawns. But what a positional advantage! What a positional advantage! Now the point is he has got rook and bishop for queen. Rook and bishop for queen, but this is a giant pawn, and white makes iron like grip. Iron like grip. Plant the bishop here. Plant the bishop, so paralyzed position. No, I think it is black to play. It is no rook c8. I will play bishop. Then you will have two rook for actually it was better to play rook into. It was better to play rook into, surrender the rook and try for a draw. But a player will not give because hopes never die. He will not give. Many players, 90% player will not give rook into pawn. Rook into pawn. But this is the only way to survive and try to save the game. But he plays no, this is not the game. He played this move. Bad move. Bad. Now I will play bishop d2, bishop b4. So he plus. This should win. This should win the game. The pass pawn is not devastating. Rook c1. Forced. No other way. Forced. Now you cannot take queen into c6. Forced. Now is white king is safe and now the pawn will fall and win the game. This is basically I will tell you it is after seeing the game it is very easy we analyze because the game is already over. But during a game we do not make such a decision voluntarily trapping the queen. Get the queen trapped. Okay, this should win now. Technically, it is winning now. The pawn will fall. This is all over. Passive position all over. Okay, thank you, Niranjan ji. This corona has ruined the chess. Everything has ruined. The players who were ambitious, lot of students, they must have lost their chance for IAS or MBBS, engineering, and many lot of jobs. The chess world, horrible. I hope There is no more, no new virus comes. So people are so tired and bad. When I have to read in history books that plague came, something came, 5 crore people died, 10 million people died, it is all history. But experiencing some disaster like this is too much. Horrible. All the fun is gone. I hope the vaccine will come and we are all back to the normal life in 3 months' time. I hope so. I pray God. Okay, now this particular position is black to play. Black to play. So I flip the board, find out. It is a motive. Basically, this is a motive. You need to see what are black's advantage. Black's advantage is half open file, and also this color complex, all white squares. So this is the two things you should work on now. What is this queen into b6? What is the queen b6 coming? No, last diagram. You are talking of last diagram. Okay, please find out here. Sorry. The color complex. The main idea, half open file and also the color complex, white square. Also added to that, the rook, you need to see the weak point. White squares are weak, open file. This rook is unprotected. The queen is passive. All these things you take into account, all these things, and work out a winning plan. A tactical motive. Oh, Yuri Gusev was a genius. Yuri Gusev, I like him very much. After seeing his game with Avarbak, I I just adore him. I admire him. I don't know he was a grandmaster or master, but a fantastic player. Gusev. Hello, Parth Matre. Yes, who comes here? The D4. Correct move. The reason is you open the diagonal. You open the diagonal. And now he has to take, and now this. Why? Because I want to make the maneuver queen here, attacking the rook and mate. But this is the defender. This is the one he will block. So when you play queen coming, he will block. So this is the main defender. Eliminate the defender. And now this. With the threat of queen d5 into the rook and into the mate. गणपत हो गया. And now he comes, he will stop. A player will not give up so easily. But now pawn into. So you have to take, if you take pawn, bishop into pawn, rook d8 will win the game. I will penetrate to white square, queen d3 and queen e4. So you cannot take the pawn, he goes back. Now I use the other one. The idea, I will switch now to queen side, king side. Now I will switch to the half open rook 5. Now bishop d6 does not work. Queen rook into bishop d6, queen into and rook into pawn wins. Because after this, mate is unstoppable. Unstoppable. Array check and rook checkmate. Dusra rook checkmate. So this is unstoppable. So this is open 5. Rook into pawn. crushed, smashing. Okay, you have to do, because if you look into that, b1 rook will fall. If you look into queen, he will rook check and take the rook b1 and win. So after this move, it is winning all over. So it is a very good motive. That whole point is use the both lines. Using, normally we don't come that here, using both the lines. Here using both this. Use the open file. You know, using the diagonal, using the file. Gary Kasparov said in that one game with Anand, he said with one move, he stops castling of the king for both sides. No short castle, no long castle. It is a rare thing. So this is here. It is now diagonal he has survived, but the file he will not survive. Beautifully played. Okay, next. This another lovely move. Another lovely, lovely move. You take it, is checkmate. Second, next move, checkmate. Gusev. I will show you Gusev's position. I really admired it. In my younger days, I saw. I was so happy to see that team. Black to play and win. Yes, correct move. Correct move. Look into d4. Because here now queen c1 check, the rook check is there, or queen move, rook into, you take queen c1 mate, or you take queen c1 mate. So he plays knight, attacking queen. Now defense to e1 has come. What should you do now? What will you do? Where will you go now? Your queen under threat. Yeah, rook into e4, very well played. Rook into e4, you cannot capture any rook. Queen into rook, queen c1 mate, or knight into queen, rook d1 mate. Lost. I think we are coming to an end. This position is black to play. Tricky situation. It's a very, very tricky situation. Basically, you need to work out, coordination of your pieces. Okay, I want you to think for 2-3 minutes, then I will discuss. Material equality, white pieces are passive. White pieces are passive. The knight is f2 bad, bishop g2 doing nothing, rook g1 doing nothing. At the moment there is an attack on the pawn, but passive pieces. And the king is also bad. So we have to take advantage before the pieces get activated. No, no, it is not the move. Not not bishop. It is just a general move. It is not a combination. I am defending the threat. You are winning the game. You play bishop c6, but I will come with a tempo. I will come bishop c6 with a tempo. You know, chessboard, you have to, you know, the top class players, what I observed, 2800 players or 2700 players, they look at each pawn and piece, the mobility. You think of this thing, man. You think of this thing. This this is the one, the killer. Now I am attacking. You forget about the b pawn now, the active counter attack. तो मारना पड़ेगा. So you have to take it. Now bs3, then you got knight and getting a winning position. Only move. अभी क्या करेंगे? Knight coming to, now you have to take the pawn. It is bad. Whatever you do, you play rook into f3. This is winning. Now knight is lost. After whatever you rook into knight in rook f3, rook f2 coming, and if you play rook into f8, queen into d8 is winning. Idea: queen check, bishop e4 check. The bishop comes to the life with a tempo. So you cannot take it. That means you have to come, but then knight into. And after taking it, forget the queen, bishop into on push, and forget the queen. Bishop will come with a tempo. Queen e7 is leading to checkmate. Queen into e7 will lead to checkmate. A tempo. So only move. Tempo. You have to defend the e pawn. Only move. Winning. चारों तरफ देख के खेलना है. You have to see each pawn, each piece, each square. For example, I saw a game. White was Yefim Geller. White was Yefim Geller. Black was very well renowned international master. He deserved to become a grand master, but never became Raja Ravi Sekhar. So I will show that game later. So I will show you looking at all part of the board. So this position, this is winning. Beautiful move, f3. Whatever do, it is in trouble. Okay, next one. It is white to play. Flip the board. You need to see the tactical targets. All of you must be now getting an instinct. Black king and his g6 point, and now use the open lines. How do you do that? A tactical motive. Veerabhadra Singh, the idea is rook f4, rook h4. It is good, but it is slow. The idea is working, but it is slow. So black will have resources to defend. Black will have resources. Rook f4, he will play bishop to c7. Rook f4 can be met with bishop c7. A tactical target. Create a tactical target. Like this. Look into tactical target. The point is, now if you take bishop into, the diagonal is open. Now the point is, after forcing move, I will come with a threat when the diagonal is open. This is the tactical target. Rook f5. Pawn into is not possible, and queen into losing the queen, the only move. And now tactical target. You have to play stop. You cannot play queen to h7. Bishop check will win the queen. Bishop check, rook f7, bf7 win the queen. Only move. So queen h7 losing. So check, only move. Check, only move. Check, only move. And check wins. After rook f7, rook into rook with the mating net. Rook into f5. Pressing. Opening the diagonal with a tactical target. Finish. Rook queen f7 is losing. Bishop check. Then rook f7. Bishop into f7. Then queen into h7. Black to play and win. How does black win? Your knight, the Russian knight and the queen are watching this point. So what can you do? Overloaded white queen. Rook e3. Rook e3. Correct move. Who said that? Ramakrishna. Correct move. Overloaded queen. The queen is overloaded to the defense. So rook e3. Correct move. Correct move. Only you cannot take the rook. You will get checkmated. Only move. Rook into. This is natural. Natural. Only move. If you play pawn into, it is just winning. It will lead to checkmate. So only move. Now the point is, you have got eliminated a main defender of the king. With the combination, a queen eliminated, and now the bishop and rook are looking with the lustful eyes to grab the pawn. Knight coming to attack. So the only move. B3 will not work. Now if you play B3, it is bad. all over. A check is coming, so king has to move. Otherwise, it is lost. Whatever bishop into pawn and knight c3 check. If you take mate in one, queen b4 mate, only move. Check, self block and mate. Play rook d2, queen d2, rook d1 mate. Mate. Yeah, Harsh Mehra, rook e3 is correct move, and Ramakrishna from the side. Well played. So overloading, main idea is to eliminate one main defender guard of the king. White's guard, I will eliminate. That is then the win is much easier. Much easier. Couple of more black to play and win. This is so obvious, but still I given because it is a motive, a tactical motive. Yes, that is the correct move. Destroy the castle position. By giving a small price, you destroy the castle position. Rook into. So he just destroys. Now queen enters. I doubt he can defend now. I don't think any defense. The knights are entering, rook is entering. He is trying to defend second rank, but there comes a check. Only move. King moves knight g3. If king moves, knight g3 check is coming. Knight f5, knight g3 check is coming. The only move. Enough. Mate threat on h1. Not pawn into. Pawn into will give material. So queen into, then pawn push. Idea bishop into f2. Idea queen h4 checkmate. So it is much more easier. The motive is important. Okay. So yes, we have finished the diagram. I will show the two games. One I told you Gusev Auerbach. I will show you Gusev Auerbach. क्या मारा Auerbach को? Now this position Gusev gave the queen. Here white to play. Okay, Ramakrishna. It is very entertaining and also satisfying when you use a combination in your game like that. It is very satisfying. You get lot of satisfaction. Now Gusev white Auerbach को क्या मारा है? Queen into knight. Beautiful. Queen into knight. Now the queen is paralyzed because after the move rook, the queen is paralyzed. Bishop and rook. So queen is paralyzed now. Rook into pawn is lost. Bishop c4 and then mate. Bishop into rook and mate. So only move. Now what you need, your bishop should come to the diagonal. So bishop d1. The only move. Now take. It is like a king pawn endgame. Now rook does not move. Queen does not move. King does not move. It is a king pawn endgame. So just push and idea I will take it and then push and win. It is winning. Rook taken. So He gives some guy, no, nothing. There is no need. Now the whole point is, if you play, he will take it. So a waiting. He will run out of his waiting house. Forced one more waiting. Anyway, now next would have king would have come. So he made this and rook. New mate threat. Queen's rook g5 mate is there. If you take the pawn, this is lost. So a beautiful coin sacrifice. I was so happy to see this kind of theme when I was just starting chess. It was so entertaining and so instructive. I'll give you one more game of Raja Ravi Sekhar because I saw that game very interesting game. The last one. Wait a minute, 1 second, please. 1 second. Raja Ravi Sekhar, one of the best chess coaches I've seen. Yafim Geller was white. Just a minute. Not this, I guess. No, no, definitely. Is this the position? No, no, no. Just a minute. Yeah, this is the one. This is the one. So Black is defending very resourcefully. I would go discuss because it is not a regular line. I will skip the opening. So defended very well, defending all the points. Okay, this is the one. Now the point is, if you attack, this is not winning. If you attack like that, there is no win. Now the whole point is he attacking other way around. The rook will penetrate now. Now the point is, if the difference when you play queen knight d, when you play here queen d5, right? Queen here. Now when you play queen d5, there is no threat you are giving knight, and when you attack, then rook is coming. Absolutely no. But here the difference is now when you play queen, the same thing does not work. Why? The bishop here, the rook is trapped. Rook cannot come. The bishop will take it. So using the whole board, all the squares, study like situation, using the whole board, queen to h1. I will show a similar variation. Basically, this is not such an aggressive line, but a similar line I'll show you. Same variation, another interesting position. 2 times national champion Onusami Kongwell was white against Zanadi Kuzmin uh, in the Linares or Ubeda. Somewhere I was there in the tournament. Kuzmin किधर गया है? Ah, yeah. You see, this is the here. White has an advantage. Now, unless he finds this, white will not nothing. Now, black has just moved the pressure, and now D pawn is defended. The D pawn is defended, and now he is going to play bishop f7. Everything is in order now. But this lovely, everything changes. The point is giving new lease life to the bishop. Knight into pawn and bd5 should come with a threat. So this fantastic, completely destroying. Before black consolidates with bishop f7, e5, and now knight into all over. All tuta futa pawn hai. Tuta futa pawn and bad passive pieces. Everything is gone. Okay, you don't take the knight, you lose the game anyway. Knight into f8 and queen into d6, one by one. So everything will fall. So he takes and loses the queen and winning the game. Okay, this is one sided. Okay, so friends, I will be back in the afternoon for the next class in the afternoon. Let me do some middle game studies and some also interesting themes. And tomorrow I will do some opening. I did not get time to find out good model games. I need to look at it. Park Modern and Karakan and French. So tomorrow I will do the opening. Today afternoon I will do some strategic middle game themes. So back at 2:30. See you again. सबको मेरा नमस्कार. Bye.